Okay, so let's continue our discussion on risk management. So now let's talk about the basic principles of risk management. So, according to the International Organization of Standardization, or ISO, it identifies the basic principles of risk management. And risk management should include the following. So we have six, no? We have first one is to create value. Second is to address uncertainty and assumptions. Three, be an integral part of the organizational processes and decision making. Four, be dynamic, iterative, transparent, tailorable, and responsive to change. Fifth is to create capability of continual improvement and enhancement considering the best available information and human factors. And six, be systematic, structured, and continually or periodically reassessed. So first one is to create value. So tignan natin ano ba yung definition ng create value. So when we say create value, the main goal of managing risk is to get more benefits than the cost of managing it. Okay? 'Di ba? Ang consideration natin doon is the benefits should exceed its cost, 'di ba? So you should not if you should not spend more money to prevent a risk than you would lose if the risk occur. So hindi tayo gagastos sa risk management kung sa tingin natin is yung cost ng pag-manage natin is mas malaki kaysa dun sa benefits natin na mai-incur, 'di ba? Ay benefits natin na ma-receive, okay? So the benefits should be greater than the cost. Second is to address uncertainty. So risk management is all about dealing with the unknown. So pag sinabing risk kasi is unknown 'yan. Hindi natin alam kung kailan siya mangyayari, um, kung gaano kalawak yung impact na kanyang yung impact ng effect niya, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kasi nga when we say risk is it talks about uncertainty, and then it helps an organization make better decisions by acknowledging and analyzing uncertainties. Kaya nga nagkakaroon tayo ng risk management in order to identify, 'di ba, kung ano yung mga possible na risk or uncertainties na pwedeng mangyari. Next is integral to decision making. So napakahalaga ng ating decision making. Napakahalaga ng risk management when it comes to decision making kasi nga um, risk management shouldn't be separate and isolated task. It should be a fundamental part of every decision making process within the organization from daily operations to strategic planning. Kasi nga in every um, in every hello in every day-to-day operations is meron tayong um, uh, nararanasang mga uncertainties, 'di ba? Mga problems, mga issues. So, very integral talaga ang risk management kasi nga kahit saang case na titignan is kailangan natin i-consider yung mga risk na pwedeng mangyari in not only in the short run but also in the long run. Number four, dynamic and responsive. So, risk is not static. Pag sinabing static, steady lang siya or parang single flow or walang, o di ba, pag static, tuloy-tuloy lang, ganon. Hindi siya static kasi nga, when it comes to risk management, dapat flexible. Maging flexible ka, di ba? Kasi nga yung mga problems or risk na na-encounter natin is hindi pare-parehas, di ba? May mga case na malalaking risk, may mga mas malaki yung impact, so depende. Uh, depende sa uh, pwedeng mangyari, 'di ba? Sa mga uh, environment when it comes to, for example, yung nga, flexible ka, dapat makapag-adapt ka sa new information, 'di ba? When it comes to new technologies, 'di ba? Kasi nga change is inevitable. So tuloy-tuloy lang. So it should be a continuous process, not a one-time event. Next is create capability for improvement. So the process should help the organization get better at managing risk over time. It should consider all available information and human factors to continually improve its effectiveness. Next is systematic and structured. So risk management should be done in an organized and logical way. It should have a clear framework, defined steps, and be reviewed regularly and reassessed. Kaya nga may sinabi ko kanina last time, is hindi lang tayo nag-a-assess. We should monitor, we should assess if yung mga ginawa nating strategies is effective ba talaga, 'di ba? Kasi kung hindi siya effective, then we need to strategize, 'di ba? Para maging effective, para mas maging maayos yung ating um, um, pag-control, pag ang tawag dito, pag ang tawag mas effective yung pag-control para mas ma-lessen yung impact ng ating risk, 'di ba? Risk mitigation, mga ganun ba. So let's have this illustration, no? So when it comes to create value, ito, your goal is to raise money for a charity. So the biggest risk is a low turnout, so which would lead to financial loss. So you decide to spend 5,000 on a marketing campaign to promote the concert. So the expected loss from a poor turnout is 50,000. So by spending 5,000, you hope to ensure a good turnout and avoid the loss of 50,000. So your spending, which is the 5,000, is less than the potential consequence. So you're creating value, 'di ba? Kasi kung basta-basta ka lang nag-promote ng concert tapos wala pa lang gustong mag-avail, 'di ba? So mas malaki yung loss mo doon. So kung nag-spend ka ng 5,000 para magkaroon ng marketing campaign para ma-promote yung concert, yes, mas maraming ah, mas mara mas maraming um, makakaalam ng concert mo. Yung spend mo ng 5,000 is less than the 50,000 na loss kung walang aattend sa concert mo. Next is address uncertainty. You are not sure how many tickets will be sold. So instead of just guessing, you should look at the past events. You analyze mo yung social media engagement, promotion, and conduct a small survey. 'Di ba? Kung ilan yung pwedeng possible guest or possible audience mo, 'di ba? So, you acknowledge the uncertainty of ticket sales and make plans for different scenarios. Three, integral to decision making. So the risk management team doesn't just work in a vacuum. So when the team in charge of booking the venue is deciding between an indoor or outdoor space, they will consult you. You tell them that the outdoor venue, higher risk of rain, di ba? Kasi hindi natin alam, hindi natin ma-predict kung ano yung weather. So which would mean kung ulan, fewer attendees. Siyempre ulan. So ayaw ng mga audience na mabasa. So potential financial loss. Kasi kung hindi sila naka-attend, pwede silang mag-refund, di ba? So this information will become an integral part of the decision making. Kung mas maganda ba na outdoor or indoor, ganon. Next, dynamic and responsive. So a week before the concert, a major storm. So kanya, for example, ngayon may bagyo na forecast na. So the weather is a new risk na tinatawag na risk yan, di ba? So magkakaroon ka ng planning, mag-discuss ka about the contingencies, ano mga possible plan A, plan B, di ba? Para malaman mo if talaga bang gagawin outdoor or talagang indoor na lang para mas sure, di ba, na matutuloy yung concert. Next is create capability for improvement. So after the concert, nagkaroon ng debriefing concert session with the team, you analyze kung anong nangyari, saan pa tayo pwedeng mag-improve, saan ba nagka-problema, mga ganun ba. So this will help, 'di ba, for future events na para magkaroon ka ng better system, 'di ba? Uh, more improvement for the risk management process. And lastly, is systematic and structured. So before you even started planning, dapat meron ka ng risk management plan, 'di ba? Ilagay mo lahat ng possible risk, 'di ba? Low ticket sales, bad weather, pag-cancel ng mga guests, 'di ba? And their corresponding likelihood. Ilang percent kaya pwede mangyari ito? Ano ba yung potential impact? Ano ba yung steps na pwede nang gawin kung if ever konti lang yung sales? Mga ganun, 'di ba? So through risk management, 'di ba, nagkakaroon ng systematic and structured planning from the beginning up to the consequences, 'di ba? So, 'yun ang ating it's all about the basic principles sa ating risk management. Okay? And we have here, no, yung ating process of risk management. Yun nga, number one, you establish the context. So, you identify, you plan, i-map out kung ano yung mga scope, yung mga identity and objectives of stakeholders and the basis upon which risk will be evaluated, as well as the defining the framework, developing an analysis and mitigation or solution to the risk. Second, you identify the potential risk. Okay, you can start with the analysis of the source of the problem, with the analysis of the problem itself, di ba? Pwedeng objective-based risk, scenario-based risk, taxonomy-based risk, common risk checking, or risk charting. And the last one is the risk assessment. So once you identify the risk, their potential severity or impact, and the probability of occurrence, the assessment process is critical to make the best educated decision. Ano ba yung talagang pwedeng maging the best decision natin para mas piliin natin kung saan yung mas less risk, di ba? So yun. So that would be the risk assessment process. And then we have here the elements of risk management. So in the practice, the process of assessing overall risk can be difficult, and balancing resources to mitigate between risks with a high probability of occurrence but lower loss versus a high risk with high loss but lower probability of occurrence can be often mishandled. So yun ang titingnan natin. Kung yung risk ba is low probability or high probability, di ba? Or high loss or lower loss, di ba? Yun titingnan natin. So, for the most part, the performance of assessment methods should consist of the following elements. Yung nga, identification, characterization, and assessment of threats, assessment of the vulnerability, determination of the risk, ano yung expected likelihood. Pag sinabing expected likelihood, ilang percent kaya pwedeng mangyari ito, as well as the consequences, identification of ways to reduce those risks, and also the prioritization of risk reduction based on a strategy. So, based on our discussion, okay, yung mga binanggit natin, we have here a question, no? So, please see the attached Google form na i-attach ko after you watch this video lecture. So, hindi ko ilalagay yung tanong doon, Hindi ko ilalagay yung tanong, but you will see only this question. Ito yung question, and then ipipost ko yung Google Form, doon yung ilalagay yung sagot ninyo. So, don't forget na panoorin mo na tong video lecture para makita nyo kung ano yung tanong. So, the question here is, explain the importance of risk management. But may question mark dyan. Wala palang question mark dyan. Explain kasi yan. Okay. So, explain the importance of risk management as an integral part of an organizational process and decision making. So, please answer this question in a brief and concise manner. No? Essay yan. So, after nyo masagutan yan, okay, di ba? May susunod pa tayong mga tanong doon. So, this would be the end of the second part of the video lecture. Please answer the question in the attached Google form and see you in the next video lecture.